Hello and welcome back to the Scenestealers. I am Tobias Turley.
And I'm Henry Calvert.
This week we are talking all things Superman. So let's get into it.
That's right, it's Superman week. DC fans, rejoice because we are back. We are so very back, and I can't wait to talk about it.
James Gunn's first addition to the DCU came out on the 11th. We have both seen it.
Oh, yes.
So we will give you a full review in this episode. We will talk about previous Superman films, the kind of Superman legacy.
Yeah, and also the upcoming DCU. Because this is where it's all began. But to start off, carrying on our series of quick-fire theatre interviews, which we are going to be calling Behind the Curtain.
Yes.
Last week we had... Who did we have? We had Jacob Fowler and Lauren Jones.
Correct. From the Addams Family.
From the Addams Family. And this week I got to speak to the star of Starlight Express.
Yes, the returning star as well.
Indeed. He is back at the Troubadour for a few months now. And it is, of course, Mr. JEEVAN BRAICH.
Yes.
Legendary guy. Really talented guy.
Lovely guy.
Just wonderful. And yeah, we will go into that interview right now. What is the best musical?
The best musical is Dreamgirls.
What a shout! Everyone else we've done this with has said West Side Story.
West Side Story is great, don't get me wrong. Like, that sort of legit-y stuff is right up my street. But Dreamgirls is always, for me, going to be the best musical.
Beyonce, J Hud, Anika Noni Rose, Jamie Foxx,
Eddie Murphy. Come on. You cannot say that is not just... It's God music.
Peak. What's an overrated musical?
Okay, this one I've got. Overrated musical, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't really say this, but Les Mis.
Les Mis!
Don't get me wrong, I think it's amazing. I really do. Like, I watched it the other day and I was like, wow, there's an actual plot and it makes sense. And it is amazing. However, I just think for a musical that's gone on for so long, I do think it's just on the tinsiest bit of the overrated scale.
Wow. Okay. You nearly got to get as much grief as Jacob did for saying 6. Like,
no, I could never. No. Those fans are
wild.
Eat me alive. They'd eat me alive.
Okay, what is the best audition song?
In my opinion, the best audition song is something which is like out there. For me, Don't Forget Me from Smash or Let Me Be Your Star from Smash.
Great shouts.
Right?
Great shouts.
Amazing ones. You've got the belt in there. And also, every time I've done that in an audition, they've always said, oh, wow, we've not heard that one.
There we go. What is the worst audition song?
If I'm there and I'm hearing waving through a window or even a like empty chairs, I'm like, let's mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Same with the whole like defying gravity. Even like, no, I'm not going to say that one. But yeah. like you know the really generic ones that you hear all the time. People say that because we know they're like overrated songs that people don't do them. But I still hear them every day.
And what is an underrated musical?
Underrated musical is The Colour Purple. Now, I know this is going to sound weird because it got like, whoa.
It's got the film as well now.
I know, but that and Avenue Q, in my opinion, are two which, even though they've had major success, I still think they're underrated for what the way they've actually been written. I think it's underrated.
I'm with you. And finally, what's your dream role?
I like to say my dream role hasn't been created yet. However, if Death Becomes Her comes to the West End and they ever wanted to gender swap the role of Viola, don't say I didn't warn you.
There we go, producers, sign him up. There we go.
Oh, what a darling, what a sweetheart.
We love you, JEEVAN. We love JEEVAN. And if you want to catch him, like we said, you can now. Back at the Troubadour in Starlight Express as Rusty.
I feel bad for the guy. So for those who don't know, they did a full cast change. JEEVAN left, and the guy in rehearsals to take over from him to play Rusty broke his ankle or something.
Well, I mean that's the problem when you're doing a whole show on roller skates, isn't it? You are kind
it's the ever-present
dicing
issue,
with death when it comes to your ankles.
Everyone I know in that show always goes, it's so much fun. I love the show. but my knees kill, my ankles kill. And if you don't break an ankle, you've still got some other sort of injury.
Yeah. Well, JEEVAN is back in, so make sure you go and check him out. But before we dive into the meat and potatoes of our Superman episode, you guys might have be able to hear, maybe see, that we've made some improvements. That's right. We've got new mics, new audio doodads.
Gizmos, gadgets, doodads, thingamajigs,
which is making the sound just infinitely better. And it's really, it's just amazing. Yes. And also we will have the voice of God in this episode.
Hello, my children.
That's right. We have a producer mic now.
Yes.
So
my wonderful friend from back home in Somerset, Matt Wilson, has provided us with some tech to try out in these upcoming episodes, and it's off to a flying start, I must say. But yeah, we go back a long time now.
We do indeed.
We're just saying the first show. So we used to do amateur dramatics back home in Somerset together, and the first show we did together was Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk, yeah.
Correct. I was the Jack and you were...
I was Simple Simon?
Simple Simon.
I was your brother.
I thought you were about to go, I was Jack and you were the Beanstalk.
Yeah. Wait, no, I thought I was Jack. What's going on?
No, wait. Who was I? I don't know. But yeah, and then we went on Guys and Dolls.
Yeah, back in the good old days.
Was it only those two we did together?
I think it was,
And yet... as the Beanstalk, like the Beanstalk, grew an everlasting friendship.
Well, that's the thing with amateur dramatics, and I think we're both quite fervent advocates for... I'm quite a fervent advocate for amateur dramatics, especially local theatre, because the community that you get out of it is unparalleled.
I mean, you meet friends for life.
Yeah.
If you do anything with amateur dramatic, it's always going to be incredible. You meet friends for life. You meet people who are, I think, equally as fascinated and as... they're so into what they do and they so love what they do. And I think that's what's great about Amdram. You get a whole new world of people, a whole new world of passion.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that you can't get anywhere else but Amdram.
Completely agree. God, I can't speak. The Amateur Dramatics Society back at home is a really tight-knit community. There's actually quite a few back at home. I say that the scene for these little companies, there's lots back at home, and they do some really lovely shows. There's been a few recently where I've been like, you shouldn't be doing that show. You shouldn't be. I think, was it like Taunton did Kinky Boots recently? And I was like, you've not got the facilities to do Kinky Boots.
Nah.
If you know what I mean.
But the amateur dramatics, very much important. Without it, we would not have Mr. Matt with us here today.
Yes, exactly. I think in a future episode as well, we're going to get Matt to join us on this couch because Matt has a very exciting job in TV and film. Obviously, I can't say much because I don't want to violate an NDA of some sort.
It's one of those really difficult ones. Yes, but I have a somewhat exciting world of pressing spacebar on set. And
Control Alt Delete and also Command Z.
And I've also got to tap into you earlier because one thing I said is one of the first things I ever did was the tour version of Starlight Express.
Was it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was Rusty in Starlight Express back on the tour version back in the day. So when you're talking about that, my ears just pricked up.
Well, how are your knees?
They're better now, but I was 18 at the time. I'm now 35 years old.
He is in a wheelchair. You can't see, but he's in a wheelchair. So that answers that question.
Yeah.
Matt is not in a wheelchair, just to clarify.
No, but I am on crutches.
Yes.
But yeah, we will get Mr. Matt on the couch, and when Mr. Matt isn't here, we will have producer Riley providing the voice from above. Yes. So anyway, shall we delve into Superman?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that turned into Warner Brothers pretty quickly.
The thing is with the Superman theme, you can go very quickly from Superman into indie, into Star Wars.
It's all Hans.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's all John.
Oh, that's what I meant.
It's all John Williams. Because you start with the dun 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 bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 ba, and then you're into Star Wars. Wow. Thank you, John Williams. But let's delve into James Gunn's new film, Superman.
Yes, so as we said, Superman is the first edition in the new DCU, headed by James Gunn. Obviously, pre-existing is the DCEU, which for the vast majority, is absolute tosh.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we say that. James Gunn is bringing over some elements from the DC EU,
yes.
Namely Peacemaker,
Suicide Squad,
the Suicide
Squad,
and Creature Commandos, which has already come out. So anyway, but the main issue with bringing these things over is that nobody really knows what's canon and what's not, because as soon as you canonize Peacemaker, Aquaman and the Flash showed up at the end of that show. Does that make them canon? So they're kind of cherry picking what's canon and what's not. But Superman is essentially the launch of the new DCU,
yes.
Cinematically. And if you're trying to wrap your head around the canon, don't waste your time.
No.
If I'm being completely honest, I would go into Superman with very much fresh eyes, ready for a new world and a new experience.
Yes. Before we dive into, I think we should give each other our ratings for Superman.
Yes. Okay.
On a count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
4.
3.5.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have you seen it, producer Matt?
I have seen a few clips and I saw like a half hour of it.
Okay.
Half hour, okay.
Okay.
The first half hour.
I did indeed, yeah.
Okay. So
were we at the same thing?
I don't know, were we?
Anyway, for some modern films nowadays,
very rowdy outside.
Whatever's going on out there. But for a lot of modern films now, instead of doing a big premiere, they might do like a viewing of the first 30 minutes, which is quite interesting. And
I don't like that, if I'm honest.
It got me very, very excited. Going and seeing the first 30 minutes.
I think I'm just a bit fickle though, because if I don't like it, then I won't want to watch the first half an hour again. You know what I mean?
That's fair. But the Superman event was really cool. And I came out of that knowing that I was going to like the rest of it. I kind of had it in my head after the first 30 minutes that it was going to get a 3.5 or more.
Yes.
And sure enough, I did give it a 4. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought about giving it a 4. But then I think I looked back and there was a few things that stuck out to me and I actually didn't like that. I didn't like these certain things. So I think 3.5 is good. It could go up retrospectively. But I think 3.5 is a nice...
See, for me, I could see myself retrospectively putting it down, because I think whenever, we're fortunate enough to go to these big screening event type things, and it's often hard to separate the kind of the spectacle of the event and the excitement. And I was there with 15 of my friends who were all really, really excited for the film. And to what extent did that add to my enjoyment of the film?
Yeah.
How much would I enjoy it if I was sat watching it at home or in a theatre on my own?
Yeah, a viewing experience completely changes it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I do, by no means is it perfect. There's certain elements that I felt were dragged out. The pacing was a bit all over the place. In some ways, it felt somewhat jumbled, but I kind of like that.
I'm having a hay fever attack, so I'm going to drink some water.
Okay. But I will say that this is by far and away the most comic booky movie I've ever seen in my life. This feels like a book on screen.
Oh no. There's a sneeze coming.
Your mic cut out there as well.
Mine?
No,
or Henry's? Henry's.
Can we try talking?
Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I do fully agree though. This is
around that.
a very comic book movie. And I think that's what James Gunn specializes in. He is the biggest nerd when it comes to growing up with superheroes and comic books. And there's an amazing video of him breaking down his top 5 favorite comic book movies. And because of that video, I went and watched all of the ones on that list I hadn't seen. And he knows his stuff. And it's evident in the Guardians trilogy. Really, really good trilogy. Up there with the best in the MCU, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, the majority of people would agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I think outside of that, the love of comic books doesn't just kind of come through in his choice of team. In his first DC movie, we've got Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, and Hawkgirl as our Justice Gang.
Bad name.
Outside of that, you've also got the visual style of Superman lends itself so well to kind of being a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Every shot feels like a panel, and the moments where he kind of does a bit of slow-mo, like the shot of Superman saving that girl.
Yep. Or busting out of the cage,
the vault thing. Yeah, like all of those feel like panels from a comic book. Even structurally, the film kind of has these breaks, these like the screen goes to black every kind of third. And I did read somewhere that initially there was going to be timestamps on those screens. So the film takes place over like 3 days or so.
Yeah.
And it would have been like day 1, day 2, day 3.
I like that.
And I
guess they kind of did that at the very beginning, didn't they? Where it starts off, this is not a spoiler, but it says like 3 centuries ago, the metahumans first came to Earth. 3 years ago, Superman announced himself to the world. 3 hours ago, he did something. 3 minutes ago, he lost his first fight.
Yeah.
Like, that's so comic booky.
Well, yeah, it does feel like the blocks of text that would be in like a yellow box at the start of the book. But instead of having those day stamps for each third, I took that as almost, right, that's an issue. That's an issue of a comic book. That's the first issue, that's a second issue. And each segment does feel somewhat distinct because it's almost like a Monster of the Week issue. Then he's like the breaking out of prison issue, and then it's like the finale issue. And I as a massive comic book fan, that really resonated with me.
Great. And I think you're right as well. James Gunn has this such distinct visual style. Like, Guardians 3 and this movie look so visually similar. Like the bright color palette, and they're also like very I can't think of the word now. What's that type of color called?
Vibrant?
Yeah, but pastel colors. Sorry, that's what I was looking for.
Pastels?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Very pastel-y.
Oh, okay.
But like bright... Hey, fever! The bright pastel, especially in like when we're in Metropolis, like it's not like really bright garish blue sky or like it's
not overly saturated.
Grey pavements. It's like soft colors amped up a little bit just to like make this feel like it's more of a comic book. Like it does make me feel like those comic colors. It's really great, and he has this amazing style that I think really works for comic book movies.
Yeah,
and he knows how to do it. Like he's mastered that aspect of his filmmaking.
Yeah, I've seen some criticism levied at the film for being kind of like overly stuffed, trying to tackle too much, and I do find that interesting because like this is his first superhero movie that's centered around one person. Every other film that he's done,
it's been a team.
I would say the Guardians movies have been team-based. The Suicide Squad's been team-based. And I do get where people are coming from with that, but I don't think that the overly stuffed narrative, the many kind of characters and all of that take away or detract from the core of the film, which is Superman's humanity.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing to see a Superman movie focus on that and understand that Clark is first and foremost a human.
Yes, yeah. And that speech at the end about him being a human was really powerful. And I think this film is the first time in a while, since actually watching the originals, I've watched a Superman film and felt that sense of like, his whole thing is hope. Like Man of Steel is like this grungier kind of like Superman's a bit darker and like I don't know. It didn't necessarily feel like the
General
best
Zod's
version.
Neck
Exactly. It feels like it doesn't feel like the best version of Superman, whereas this feels so much more like the original Superman.
Yeah, I agree. The James Gunn fundamentally understands Superman, whereas Zack Snyder does not. At all. I think I haven't seen all the Christopher Reeve films, and it's been a long time since I've seen 1 and 2. But those films got the essence of Supes.
Yes.
And this film is a return to form in that way.
So I rewatched, because I remember watching them as a kid, the original Christopher Reeve Superman films. But I didn't really remember, so I rewatched all of them. 1 and 2 hold up really nicely, and that there is that sense of hope and him being like just a really, without the powers, just being a really good human and wanting the best. But 3 and 4 are not very good.
No.
Are not very good. And I think you do watch it now because those original ones were made so many years ago. I think I was laughing at the film a lot more, just because of like the CGI and like the I don't know, some of the graphic design is just hilarious. But I bet in like whenever it came out, like the 80s, 70s, must have been phenomenal. But looking at it now, it's like, Jesus Christ.
What were your major grievances with this one? Did you have any major grievances?
Yeah,
with this
so
one?
there was two things, and there was actually weirdly at the very beginning and the very end. I had the very beginning post the 3 section, you know, the 3 hours 3 minutes. It felt incredibly exposition-y, which I get considering they didn't do like the full origin. Like in the original Superman, we see. Superman's parents, is that Kal-El? No, that's him. Jor-El. We see Jor-El like on Krypton, Marlon Brando in the originals, and like the planet's collapsing and they're sending them off. Like they do the full origin story, and they don't necessarily do that in this. We get a version of it, but we don't have to see it all. But it is very exposition-y, and I'm a bit like, I feel like people know the story, that we don't necessarily need to be treating us quite so passively.
Well, I don't know. I like the fact that there wasn't as much emphasis on, like, we all know the story, and I like the fact that James Gunn said that I don't need to see Crime Alley for Batman. I don't need to see a spider bite Peter Parker.
Yeah.
People don't need to see Kal-El be sent to Earth as a baby.
Yeah.
Like, everybody
People
knows
know.
that story.
Know.
I do kind of get what you mean. Like, when he's being carried by the robots are kind of like...
Yeah. We are here to protect Superman. Here is a video. It comforts him of his parents, but it's not finished. And like, it's like, okay, great. I feel like you could have shown us that and not told us that.
Okay.
A little bit. And then secondly, it's kind of a similar issue at the end when Superman has busted into Lex Luthor's, like, it's a ship at that point, isn't it? And then he's kind of defeated, and then all the news comes out about Lex. It kind of jarred me a little bit that at the exact same time, all the news channels came on, and they were like, Lex Luthor is a bad guy, and Superman is a good guy. We always knew he was. And I'm like, I don't know, just something about that bit really bugged me.
Okay.
I was like, maybe it was some of the script, just, being Superman is the hero we all knew and thought that he was. And I was like, God, it's a bit on the nose, bit too much for me.
Okay.
I felt like you could have done that in a more subtle way, but
all right.
Other than that, I don't know. I think, other than that, I did really enjoy the film. I think it was really good. So maybe 3.5 is low, considering I've just mentioned my 2 grievances, and pardon me, that might be it, but I don't know, it didn't feel like a 4-star film for me.
Okay. I absolutely loved it.
I really loved it.
I think I am a massive Green Lantern fan. Like, I'm going to put it out there now. I am probably the biggest Green Lantern fan.
Really?
When I started out online doing comic book recommendations, I was like known to be the Green Lantern fan. Because I would always recommend Green Lantern. I do not like the movie. It's one of my most hated films because I love Green Lantern, and seeing Guy Gardner on screen is just the coolest thing ever. Like, this guy is quintessentially Guy, and I can't wait to see what they do with that character in Lanterns, because Guy's a very multi-layered guy, literally, and I think he was done brilliantly in this. Nathan Fillion encapsulates the arsehole energy perfectly. Yeah. I think Mr. Terrific was a standout.
Really good. I like Mr. Terrific.
It's great to see that actor get another go at a superhero film after he was killed off in X-Men First Class.
Oh yeah,
he played Darwin, which was quite
correct. Yes,
famously was the mutant that can't be killed.
Yeah,
and yet
died.
Gets killed.
Yes.
But he was great.
Yeah,
in this.
Hawk Girl was good. No, I
see, I was going to say that Hawk.
I don't know much about Hawk
Girl was just there.
Yeah,
realistic. Like Guy and
she was kind of hot though.
Okay. Hawk Girl was just there. And she didn't have that much to do, but we'll see where that goes. I think they're setting things up for, even from this film, when we eventually get to a Justice League movie, I think we're going to have a brilliant team comp.
Yeah,
a really cool team.
Would you? So obviously, when we get to a Justice League movie, there's certain components, certain characters that have to be in that movie.
Yeah.
So we're talking Batman, for example. would you want it to be Robert Pattinson? Obviously, the vibe between the Matt Reeves universe and this come wildly different.
But see, people say that, but you read a Batman comic, and it is completely different to a Superman comic, and they take place in the same universe. So
I'd be really interested in seeing how that would work if they were to mix the.
Well, I mean,
genres,
you hear the production. I mean, they've only just finished the script for Batman 2.
Yeah.
They haven't got a writer or a director for Brave and the Bold. There was initially it was going to be Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash. Thank God that's not confirmed, because I don't think that he did it, which was quite good. But I couldn't see him doing a Batman movie.
No.
I think it would be a shame to not see. I don't know. Even if Batman doesn't need to show up in the first Justice League movie, if there is just a hint at a bat signal, and it just happens to be the same bat signal that's used in the Pattinson universe, I'd quite like that, because I don't think the Justice League is overly reliant on Batman initially. I think as long as you've got the core components of like a Superman... Heck, to be honest with you, even off of this film, I could see a Justice League team forming out of Supes Guy, Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, throw in Martian Manhunter.
Ooh, interesting.
Which would be very cool. And then I'm trying to think of like a darker... a Dr. Fate. That could be quite cool.
I'd like that.
Because Dr. Fate brings a level of kind of like darkness to that group. Or even Zatanna or something like that.
Interesting.
I mean, very intrigued to see where they go with the Justice League team.
Yeah.
But as it stands, I think they've set it up quite well.
But, okay, so we've spoken about the film itself. David Corenswet as Superman. Thoughts?
Great. Brilliant. I think he embodies both Clark and Supes really well. I would have liked to seen a bit more of Clark, because the moments that we do have between him and Lois are great. The moments between him and his parents is like my favourite part of the film.
So good.
And it would have been nice to see a bit more of Clark Kent. But I think he does both brilliantly. He looks the part, he sounds the part.
I love the fact that as well they actually address how the glasses work.
Yeah.
In the universe, because there's always that thing about how do people not recognise him if he just puts on a pair of glasses and pulls his hair down. Now you know. I can't remember exactly what they called it,
It's
like the hypno glasses.
Things,
Whenever he wears his glasses, it changes everyone who can see him. It changes their perception of him.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that the right word?
Which I feel like is something they stole from Doctor Who. Just saying.
Is that a Doctor Who thing?
Perception filter on Doctor Who. I'm nerding out. So.
You could go mega nerd here and go into Doctor Who lore.
Yeah, there are some crosses between Doctor Who lore and this. Like the whole glasses is the same as the perception filter. Like with Doctor Who, they have the same thing. There's a TARDIS in the middle of the world. But it's got something called a perception filter on, so you just kind of see it, but you don't really notice it.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Yes.
I'm not a Doctor Who guy, but I like that.
I've seen like the odd seasons, but I've never gleaned any like real lore out of it.
There's one episode of Doctor Who that I really like. What's it called? The BBC Proms and Doctor Who, starring me.
There's always a twist at the end.
There's always a twist. There's always a twist. There's always a twist at the end. I also sang.
Now go on.
What was announced as the worst song in the world? I've got a dog. He's called Steve. I can't remember the rest of it.
You sang that at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Okay. It was about a 30-second clip, and then I got cut off.
Anyway, Superman. David Corenswet was great. I think Rachel Brosnahan was also...
I thought she was great.
I thought she was brilliant.
I thought she was really, really good.
But I think we can both agree that the standout was Nicholas Hoult.
Yes.
He was...
I am a big Nicholas Hoult fan.
This guy has been slowly building one of the best filmographies.
Yeah. He's
done so many cool... He carried that X-Men series pretty much consistently on his back. He was brilliant. Jurats 2.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Nosferatu, The Menu, Mad Max Fury Road, Deadpool 2, The Favourite, X-Men Days of Future Past, Juror Number 2, X-Men First Class, Renfield, Warm Bodies. I forgot about Warm Bodies. The Order is a new 2025 release. He's 2024 it says, but it really is 2025.
Yeah.
He plays like a neo-Nazi in that, and he's terrifying in that.
But he's kind of like flown under the radar for a while, I feel, and I think this is going to be the film which really, like, he finally gets his flowers.
Yeah, agreed.
Everybody that I've spoken to who's come out of this, hardcore DC fans and casual viewers alike, have loved Nicholas Hoult as Lex.
He's phenomenal. I think with this portrayal of a villain as well, is that it's not this crazy, over-the-top, dramatic villain. He is very human. And that's why people have, like, there's a big debate online going about, is this movie too political? It's just a Superman movie. And then the top reply was, it's actually not very political. It's just nowadays we have evil people like that. It's just like, it's the Elon Musks and the Donald Trumps who are just using their power in the worst way possible. And he's a very human character in this.
Well,
but he is really scary.
My personal favourite part about it is the fact that he is the biggest hater ever. There is a scene where he is talking about how much he hates Superman, and you can like almost see him like crying. There's this great analogy that he gives about like Einstein and Galileo. Or
and these other twits.
Yeah. And God, it's just so like evil, and he just hates him, and I just love it. It's great to have a villain who is kind of like not irredeemable. I can kind of see where he's coming from, because I hate people, but to that point, wow, it's on another level.
I know what you mean as well. Like, so if we look at the Marvel ones, they're only the villains because the heroes think what they're doing is wrong. Whereas Lex is a villain because he hates Superman. He will do absolutely anything to kill him. Like, it's not like he was trying to do something for the world that would, benefit him and unbenefit, that's not a word, the large community, and they're like, he has to be stopped. It's just pure hatred.
Yeah. And it's brilliant. Every time he's on screen, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
But that scene with Marley in the pocket dimension, obviously, well, I'm going to give you no spoilers, maybe.
But there's a great scene in a pocket dimension which really highlights, like, Lex isn't messing around here.
Yeah.
Like, and you see how it affects Supes, and it's very cool. Very, very cool. I really enjoyed that film. I think it's a great start to the DCU. I cannot wait for my Green Lantern series. I am so excited for that. I'm very excited for Supergirl. I think Millie Alcock is going to smash that out of the park.
Yep.
But the main takeaway for me is just give me my Green Lantern series now. Give me it right now, because I cannot wait. We are living in a world where Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan, and Guy Gardner are going to be on screen together. We are reaching a place where it's acceptable to be a Green Lantern fan, and I will be at the front of that. I am going to back that series until I die, unless it's rubbish, in which case, James Gunn, you're dead to me. But genuinely,
that was a quick switch up.
Green Lanterns, like, we're so back.
We're back, baby.
Anyway, wouldn't be an episode of Scene Stealers if we didn't have a quick little game.
Yes. Can I, interrupt? I want to take 3 minutes to talk about the Ironheart series. Just very briefly.
God, right, okay.
Just very, very briefly.
Do we have to? Do we have to? Because I frankly can't stand to watch it.
Okay, well, I've watched it all.
Oh, God.
I've watched it all.
Okay.
So I'll be really brief. First 3 episodes, bit rubbish. The writing is not good at all. It's so it's written by AI or a child. It is so expositional, and so there's just no depth to it whatsoever. Episodes 4, 5, and 6 really ramp it up. Something changes there, and I don't know whether it's the increase in the stakes or the whatever it is. Something really changes, and for the better. Dominique Thorne, thank you. Is really interesting as Ironheart. She's really great to watch, actually. She has this really interesting face that portrays all her emotions really well. Her acting is great in this. I'll put it out there. The AI she creates in that, which turns out to be her best friend, I found quite annoying at the start, because in all of the suits, I mean, maybe it's nice. It's just a flaw, and it makes it a bit more interesting, but there are some fight scenes where she's like, Natalie, get me out of here. And she's just being a moody bitch. And she's like, no. I'm like, dude, you're an AI. You just got told to do something. get your person out of here. Don't just be a dick. That's that. And then the big thing. Have you heard?
Well, they put it out online, so.
Mephisto confirmed in the MCU, played by Sacha Baron Cohen. He is the best part of this series. He appears in episode 5 briefly, and then in a lot of episode 6. Sacha Baron Cohen is phenomenal in that role. He is so sinister, and there's been a lot of discourse about people wanting to see his devil form and whatever, but screw that. That's not happening in an Ironheart series. Right. It is weird that he appeared in an Ironheart series for the first time. Bit odd. But I actually think it fit in really nicely. Obviously, it changes the Hood's origin from the comics, but who cares? He's not a very well-known character anyway. But it's really interesting to now think that by the end of that series, Ironheart, Riri Williams, makes a deal with Mephisto, right? We see her basically the deal is to make her best friend come back from the dead, which happens. And then she starts getting the scars like the Hood does. Correct. So we know there's been a deal made. But the question online is, who else has Mephisto made a deal with in the MCU? That's the question. Possible theories so far are Doctor Strange, End of No Way Home, fixing the spell, making people forget Peter Parker. That's number 1. Number 2 is... what's her name? Thunderbolt's lady, Janessa, that's Gavin Stacey.
Florence Pugh? Or?
No, the leader of the
corporation lady.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I can't remember her name now. Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah. Anyway, her.
Either way, her. There was a few others. I can't remember now.
Is this like a thing you can go back and track?
No, it's all just hearsay at the moment.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's all just hearsay. But we will be seeing more from Mephisto in the MCU, which is really exciting because people have been on about him since WandaVision came out in 2019.
I'm going to throw something out there.
Go on.
I could not care less.
Oh.
I could not give a flying rat's ass about Mephisto. WandaVision came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and there was like murmurings about it for Agatha, and now
there was a hint to him,
and now Agatha. It's like, we've got this series, which, let's be real, nobody's really excited about. She was like a C-list character in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
But how are we going to get people to watch this? Oh, I know. Let's do Mephisto in an Ironheart series.
It is weird.
Yeah, that doesn't feel cheap at all.
It is really weird.
It feels very cheap. It feels like you're 4 or 5 years too late. I thought if they announced, or they even like subtly, I know they teased it in WandaVision or whatever, like if they'd have actually revealed it at the start of Agatha or something like that, it would have had such more of an impact online, an impact culturally, all that kind of thing.
Agreed.
Doing it now and then also just posting Sacha Baron Cohen on the Marvel Instagram.
Who?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, sorry, you just said Cohen weird.
Oh, sorry. On the Marvel Instagram. It just felt like,
It felt like doing
all right,
it for the sake of doing it to save what might have been their worst series.
Okay, there's a reveal. Okay. And we're not going to see that come to fruition in Doomsday. We're not going to see it come to fruition. We maybe see a bit of it in Brand New Day.
Well, yes, because Brand New Day is a Mephisto story in the comics.
Right. Well, either way, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. The DCU launching, in my eyes, is far more exciting than anything going on in Marvel now.
Agreed.
Marvel wants you to believe that Doomsday is the most exciting thing that they've ever done, and that we're so back. I'm telling you now, we're not. Being back means that we're at the same place that we were at the start of Endgame. We have not had 10 years of build-up to Doomsday. No. We've had Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. We've had 2 films from 2 groups of new characters that have just met and that we've just been introduced to, and then we're supposed to care when they all show up in Doomsday.
Yeah.
The only reason why Doomsday will do well is because they did that big chair reveal of all of the cameos. I guarantee it, like, there's no doubt in my mind that it will do well, but it will not have the same cultural impact that Infinity War and Endgame had.
No, agreed. Either way, we will cover that all when those movies come out. We'll do a Fantastic Four episode when that drops for the public on July 26th, I think it is. But for now, yes, we're going to close out the episode with a game. And Henry, what is it?
As the scenestealers' resident comic book guru, we will be testing... This is testing Tobias Turley on DC superheroes' aliases, on their real names, okay? So this is the ultimate DC real name quiz.
Glasses off.
Okay. Who is Ray Palmer?
I pass. I don't know.
That's the Atom.
I didn't even know.
DC's equivalent of Ant-Man.
Okay. No idea. No idea.
Okay, do you want an easy one?
Yes, please.
Who is Dinah Drake?
Dinah, not Diana.
Dinah. Dina, maybe.
Cheetah.
No, I'll give you another one, which might be a better... Dina Laurel Lance.
Think of characters, Toby.
CW. She appears...
Captain Wonder. Captain
Wonder. Captain Wonder. No, that's Black Canary.
Oh, no idea. No idea.
Okay, all right. We'll go.
Sorry, DC fans.
Who is Barry Allen?
The Flash.
Who is Wally West?
Also The Flash.
Who is Hal Jordan?
A Green Lantern.
Who is Arthur Curry?
A Green Lantern.
Arthur Curry.
Curry Man. No.
That would be Aquaman.
Oh, is it?
Oliver Queen.
Oh, I know this one.
I'm going to save the soul of the city. You've failed your city.
Dr. Fate.
No.
I don't know.
Do you know it?
Not a clue.
Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, totally knew that.
Yeah, of course. That was my next guess.
Of course. Wait, let me get up a
God,
list.
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Let me get up a list of DC villains' real
Ask
names.
me who Clark Kent is.
Toby, who is Clark Kent?
Superman.
How do you know that?
Yeah, just watch the movie.
Okay, who is Harvey Dent?
Harvey Dent is Two-Face.
Who is Selena Kyle?
Oh. Poison Ivy.
Oh, no.
Oh. Selena Kyle.
Selena Kyle.
Selena Kyle is...
Do you want some hints?
Yeah.
Played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
Catwoman?
Correct.
Yes!
Who is Basil Carlo?
Oh, piss. Basil Brush. Basil Carlo. Basil Carlo is...
They just announced the casting of this character.
Lobo.
No, it's Clayface.
Oh, yeah, who's playing Clayface?
I've no idea.
Okay, good.
Okay, and then finally, to wrap it up, who is Harleen Quinzel?
Harley Quinn.
Correct!
Yes! I did really bad there. I'm sorry, everyone.
No, it's fine.
Sorry, I'm not a DC guy, really. I'm sorry.
I am.
I'm a Marvel Comics guy.
All hail Jim Lee and James Gunn. Thank you, our saviours, for Superman. But that's been our Superman episode. Do let us know what you thought about the film down in the comments.
Yes.
And let us know what projects you're most excited for in the DCU. I'd actually personally quite like to know what everybody's excited for. So let us know.
Yes, we are still in the process of creating and sorting out everything for the Patreon. So it is on its way. We just need a little bit of a second because we have a really nice idea for the final tier, which is just taking a bit longer to get sorted than we thought, but we really want to do it well.
Yeah.
We want to make it worth the while.
What's the thing? We are upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Yes.
We've upgraded our...
It is coming.
It is. We've upgraded our mics. We are upgrading our Patreon. And we've now got producer Matt, as well as producer Riley, who will be joining us on a later episode.
Yes.
But yes, we will see you next week for a stagey-themed episode. Any guesses on what it is? It's the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and drop us a follow and maybe a rating on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon if you have the time and you feel so inclined. Thank you so much for watching. Follow the pod, the Scenestealers pod on Instagram, and the same as just the Scenestealers on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been Henry Calvert. You can find me at henry.calve.
And I'm Tobias Turley, Tobias_Turley on Instagram. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.